Welcome and welcome back to Granny Metalhead TV, and thanks for dropping by. It's time for the next edition of Granny Metalhead's Reactions. So now on the show, generally speaking, I'm a benevolent dictator. I mostly play what I like and what I think is important, but since I also want to widen my own musical horizons, I ask that you guys let me know below if there's something that you want me to play. So all you little granny maniacs, gather around for my latest batch of ear candy, because tonight we are checking out Black Sabbath's God is Dead. So for most of my favorite bands, I mostly know their greatest hits and maybe a few others, but there's still a lot of good stuff out there that I just simply haven't heard because I've never owned the album that the song was originally on, and it wasn't on any of my greatest hits albums. So my problem has always been that my musical wants have always outstripped my financial means, no money. So that means greatest hits albums were a relatively inexpensive way to get as much of an artist or band's music over their whole career, and I use that a lot. And there are even more artists and bands out there that I've never owned any of their albums. Not to mention, there's just so much music and so little time, and there's really no workaround for that. So now this song was requested by a subscriber, William Kirchmayer. I think that's how you say the last name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I've never heard this song before. I don't know anything about it, so I have no idea what I'm about to get us into. But now I've always heard that God hates a coward, so buckle up tight and let's do this thing. Here is Black Sabbath, God is Dead, for Granny Metalhead Reacts. In the darkness, I fade from the light. Faith of my father, my brother, my maker and savior, help me make it through the night. Conscience and murdering mind. Out of the gloom I rise up from my tomb into impending doom. Now my body is my shrine. Swimming in sorrow, they kill, steal and borrow. There is
philosophy until my dying breath. I transfer from reality into a living death. I empathize with enemies until the time is right. With God and Satan at my side, from darkness will come light. I watch the rain as it turns red. Give me more wine, I don't need bread. These riddles that live in my head, I don't believe that God is dead. God is dead. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Wondering if we will meet again on the other side. Do you believe a word? What the good book said? Or is it just a holy fairy tale and God is dead? God is dead. God is dead. God is dead. God is dead. Right. But still the voices in my head are telling me that God is dead. The blood pours down, the rain turns red. I don't believe that God is dead. God is dead. God is dead. God is dead.
Well, that ended abruptly, but damn, I liked that. I liked that a lot. I will say this though, I'm pretty sure this is not like original old school Black Sabbath. I believe that this is a newer version of, because that sounded like old Ozzy, as in old man Ozzy, not young man Ozzy. But that was good. I really liked that. I hadn't had a lot of time to, really go over the lyrics, but it sounded to me like, they were ruminating on things eternal. I mean, years, just like all of us. So, yeah, That was really fun. I liked that a lot. Thank you, William, for recommending that song. I enjoyed it a lot. That was fire. Love it or hate it, let me know below. Now, I have seen Black Sabbath twice. First time was in Ozfest in 1999 and then in 2003. And it was really amazing. A very special event, especially when you consider, how old they were. And they still really just rocked out. But let me know below if you ever saw them live or where you were when you first heard this song. Maybe this was your first time too, or if it has any special meaning to you. I would love to hear about it. And I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. And if so, please like, subscribe, and join that Grainy Maniac family. And then hit that bell for all so that you don't miss anything. And share this video with others so that they can learn about all this excellent music and these artists. It costs you nothing, but it really helps me out a lot. And if there's a song that you want me to play, let me know that below. Thanks again for dropping by. Love to my husband, Eric, and love to all you Granny Maniacs. Granny Metalhead is out. Oh, shit, that was great.
Well, I think we started off with a riff. We come up with a riff in LA, actually, when we were rehearsing. And it just built up from there, and then Guy's done the lyrics with Ozzy. Just the same way as we do all the other stuff, really. We just jam around and play stuff and build it up.
Ozzy came out with the title God Is Dead. That was part of his...
Cheerful Charlie.
He came out with that line, and it's like, I was going, you can't sing that. And so he wanted to keep it in, so I sort of wrote the rest of the lyrics around about a religious fanatic. And somebody that's been told that God is dead and he wants to prove that God is alive and well. That's what the song's about.